Dowski guitars, and then she learned to build acoustics with Michael Dunn. So she kind of is in both worlds, which is really good because it's like I like building both. You know, I don't want to just be an acoustic builder or just an electric builder, though I resisted I wasn't really interested in electrics for a really long time. Not a really long time, but I was helping build electrics in the shop, but I wasn't building my own. I've just recently started building my own electric guitars. Normally my job was carving the neck. That's usually what I do. I carve the necks. I've carved a lot of necks. Which is a good way to get better at things, is like repetition. That's always the best thing. Just do something over and over again until it's perfect. Because with any sort of, with anything, doesn't matter whether it's guitar making or playing music, you got to get that muscle memory where your hands just know where to go. So you don't have to consciously think, you can just work. So I've done that enough now that I can just carve necks. I could carve necks and just chat all day. I barely have to pay attention, but I should pay attention. You still have to be present with what you're doing. So right now, I've gotten the thickness pretty close. So now I just have to, I'm going to start rounding it a little bit more. Again, I have to be very, very careful not to dig into the fingerboard. I just have a tiniest little lip right there. I still haven't touched the fingerboard yet, because like I said, you don't want to sand into that. It has to be, the taper has to be perfect, because you have to remember that your strings are going to be running the length of it, right? So if anything is off, like with your symmetry, you can see it because you basically have straight lines coming right down the middle of your guitar. So if anything isn't symmetrical, it's really, really obvious. And it will kind of mess up. You can adjust a little bit, but it'll look bad if I had like a gouge taken out on the side there. The string, it would make it unplayable, because then when you fretted that string there, you would go over. So you need that spacing to kind of be as exact as you can for when you do your setup. All that's really important. Just don't make mistakes. I haven't screwed up. That was the one thing that I didn't have a lot of problems with, was my carving. That's why I always got stuck on neck carving in the shop. I always got assigned that. Yeah, for whatever reason, because of my previous woodworking experience, carving a neck wasn't a big problem. I've gotten better at it, but I ruined a neck once. I carved it too thin, and the truss rod I went too deep because we weren't using low profile truss rods, or I wasn't using a low profile truss rod, and I went right through. So you also have to be conscious when you do run that truss rod in there. You have to measure before how thick that thing is, and then how thick your neck is going to be. So the truss rod I used is who's phoning me? Holly Hoffman. I can't talk right now. I can't talk right now. I got called the other day. I had a robocall. Some scammer saying that there was a warrant out for my arrest. It was funny. I made a video of it. Anyway, so this is a truss rod. And it's just two pieces of metal. And then you adjust it with an Allen key. And that's what's underneath the fingerboard. And that's how you adjust that. And so this one is 9 millimeters. So my neck, I know I can't, 9 would be quite a bit to go through, but I know that my neck is, I think it's about 20 millimeters. So I have double the thickness there. So I have 10 mils of wood on top of that. So it's, anyway, I have 10 mils on top of that. Did you take a shot, Chevy? You're supposed to take a shot every time I say anyway. Let me see what Holly wants. Now we have to take, this is funny. So last month I was working with Ryan, one of the guys in the shop, and we made this LED tunnel for this construction. There was at the mall, there was all this construction, and Ryan got hired to design this LED tunnel for the scaffolding, because they didn't want people just walking through scaffolding. They wanted this like installation, right? And so we spent all this time setting up this LED tunnel, and then now we have to take it down. It was just like an exercise in futility. Anyway, I just got, anyway. You're reporting the stream. You gotta take that shot. Just do what you have to do. So I probably should spend a day, I guess I'll have to go take that down. March 8th. I don't think I'm doing anything on March 8th. Put the tunnel up. Take it down. It was just this weird installation. I don't know why. I don't know why they did it. But they did it. Okay, I'm just adjusting this right now so I can get in there. Anyway. So Hank wants to start another project. Well, I don't have enough projects. Thank you for keeping track of those. I don't want to hear what I say. It's like, oh, I said that? Okay, I got this idea. It was right there. Oh wait, that one's there. There's one in there and then one here. Did you fill the dumpster? How full is the dumpster? 3/4. 3/4. Okay, great, thanks. So what project? Okay, what do I have on the go right now? Yeah. when I got nothing to do. Oh, keeping me accountable. I just like to run my mouth off. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I like to run my mouth off with zero consequences. If you hold me accountable, I'll have to change my ways. And why would I want to change how I act? Just to accommodate others. I'm going to do everything I've ever said I'm going to do. Just watch how productive I'm going to be now that I have a list of things. Oh, I got to do this, this, and this now. Oh, I'm so behind on everything. This is all your fault, original. Yukamon cards, gypsy jazz guitar. I do like the Yukamon cards. That's something I can just sketch every once in a while. I'll just do a new Yukamon. Wait, is the ukulele... Okay, wait. With the Yukamon cards, are the ukes like different ukes, or is it they're a little weird character playing the different ukes? Is it just like a little cartoon of a ukulele? I guess it'd just be a little cartoon of a different ukulele. Oh, I'm missing some sandpaper. I need some sandpaper. I'll be right back. Yeah, there's a few people on. So, you would totally get Yukamon cards, Jen. The instruments were the Pokemon. They have fight stats. Okay. Okay. I'm on it. So, right now I'm just taking, this is 80 grit sandpaper. It's just like a piece. And I'm just running it over. This is a good way to just smooth everything out. Get those rasp marks out and just like, you can see how even you were with your carve at this point. Because those rasp marks leave pretty deep deep gouges in the wood. So you have to smooth that up. And this is just 80 grit, so it's not very smooth. This is just to get it, see how even it is. Okay, good thinking there. I need catchy marketing stuff. As a brand, as a guitar brand, as I apparently become a guitar brand recently, only recently I became a brand. But now I have to have marketing strategies. So, it's fairly flat. Another thing I'm going to do is just take a flat block and sand it like that. And that way I get an even flat sand across the entire length. I'm going to have to start hiring marketing people. But I don't think I got enough donations yet. But that's a good idea. I think I'll start doing that because I don't have a whole lot of time to draw as much as I used to because I'm always working now. But a cute little drawing of like a ukulele, I can do that in an evening. Also, I'll show you something here. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. So, with the necks, rumble. I'm trying to stream here, Justin.
Oh, sorry. Is that on purpose, I swear?
But it is.
After sabotage.
Yeah. So, when I was explaining the scarf join with the angle, you can barely see it. I don't even know if you can see that line. I can see it, but you can barely see it. It was a good scarf join. You can't even see it. There's two joins of wood right here, the same wood, but this is actually joined right there. You can kind of see it. And that's kind of what you want when you do a scarf join. It's like it just to be pretty much seamless. Like you can't, I don't know if you can really see. But that's good. That's good that you can't see it. So maybe you not being able to see it means I succeeded. Anyway, take another shot, Chevy. Anyway, that's what you want for when you do the angle. And that also makes it stronger because it's glued down. And so the wood, if the wood starts to warp, it won't warp in the same way all across because now there's a break in the wood grain. Oh, thanks for following, Truman Show. Oh, a guitarist from Norway. Nice. What kind of guitar do you have? Chevy died. Chevy is getting his stomach pumped right now. I'll make a uke in your honor, Chevy. I'll make a ukulele called the Chevy. Chevy Guy, 22. I put that on the table there. The triangle one? Uh-huh. Yeah, I put it on the table there because I knew you would want it.
But this one's not it.
No?
No, this is not the right. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, it's right there. I told you I put it on the table.
So,
Don't question me.
what we want to do is kind of make like a mushroom shape. So like a mushroom top.
Yeah. A commemorative uke. This uke is for Chevy Guy. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, so I'm
Anyway. Oh, nice. A Fender, a Mustang, a 6-string recording king, banjo, a couple of Ibanez acoustics. Wow, you got a pretty nice setup there. Make a saxophone instead. I'll get on it. I'll make a wooden saxophone. So, I used to make clarinets, and the keys on a clarinet are pretty similar to a saxophone. So, that's as close as I've ever made to a wooden saxophone was a clarinet. But I'll get on it soon enough. How about trumpet? I don't do brass. What about piccolo? Piccolo's made out of wood. So Truman Show, tuba. That would be interesting though. Turning a big tuba bell like the flare on a lathe. You could do it. I don't know how it would sound. There are a bunch of kind of weird, kind of like
Sometimes
Uh,
I'll even hold it.
like bass clarinets and stuff that have like big flared ends. Have you ever seen a bass clarinet? Those are neat looking. If you want those deep bassy tones.
It's working on the opposite side, yeah.
Um,
So,
Truman Show. We're actually. I was just working with Meredith. We're about to cut out a little Mustang shape, actually. So, are you a fan of the Mustang? I like the Mustang shape. I like how small it is. We're probably going. I'll be cutting that out maybe this week. We'll just get a body shape out and see how that looks.
If we called it the Freya, it would match the Doug Megan.
The Freya. Meredith wants to call it the Freya.
I do.
Don't steal that idea. A little Mustang called the Freya. It's all about the bass, exactly.
They don't have everything.
No treble. Make a wood car. No, a Mustang was like a it was like a smaller 60s. It was Fender made it, and it's just a nice little shape. It's just a type of body. It's like the Telecaster, the Stratocaster, the Mustang. You know, there's a lot of different names for all these different body shapes.